Thank you, Jana. It was a controversial search earlier this year for Easthampton's new superintendent of schools. One candidate's job offer rescinded after his use of the word ladies was seen as a microaggression. The next withdrawing themselves from consideration.
And now the Easthampton School District says they're ready to go this fall under new leadership. Amanda Callahan sat down one-on-one with the new school superintendent, interim superintendent, getting answers on her plans for the upcoming school year.
For months, who the next superintendent of Easthampton Public Schools was in question after the first candidate's offer was rescinded and that second person took their name out of the running. But now, ahead of the upcoming school year, Easthampton Public Schools is under new leadership.
I think we're back in track. I think people are ready to, to move forward.
Two superintendent offers falling through in Easthampton. At the end of March, the offer to Dr. Vito Perone was rescinded in a controversial decision by the school committee after two members were offended by his use of the word ladies when addressing them in an email. Then the committee's second choice withdrew her name from the running shortly after. That's when the school committee elected to find an interim superintendent to head the district through the 2023-2024 school year, a role Maureen Benenda is excited to take on.
In my conversations since July when I got here, I feel as though people have said, okay, let's move forward, let's get back focusing on our students and our schools and what they need and start preparing for this year.
Benenda is entering her 48th year working in Massachusetts public schools after spending 46 years in Worcester Public Schools wearing many hats, including superintendent for 6 years before retiring in June of 2022. But she wasn't ready to leave behind her job as an educator entirely. Benenda served as an interim superintendent at the Quabog schools last year and is eager to begin a new chapter here in Easthampton.
I find that children and the similarity among staff. One of the greatest things that I've found from leaving Worcester and going to here and also Quabog was there are so many dedicated educators.
Of course, Benenda had heard about the controversy over the role of Easthampton school superintendent, but she says it's time to move on, focus on the students and their education, and that's the message she wants to relay.
One particular student's concern was, can you help our community heal? Because they felt as though people had taken sides and they really want the community to heal. And so my response to that is that we need to refocus our work on why we're all here, which is for the students of this community, and work together to give them as many opportunities and feeling of support this year.
Now Benenda is only taking over for 1 year as the school committee will work towards selecting a permanent superintendent to take over in July of 2024, which means her role in the interim is a bit different.
An interim position is really to handle the everyday operations of the school district, to obviously solve any challenges that come during that period of time that you're here, and to prepare the school district for the permanent superintendent that would be appointed for next year.
Western Mass News getting answers on her plans for the district.
I'm working with the curriculum coordinator. We really would like to work on talking about universal design learning. Already in anyone's classroom, you have students with various degrees of learning abilities, and you also have your special education students, you have your L students, and so what you want to be as a teacher is be able to teach a lesson, deliver it effectively, and meet all the needs of all those students at the same time. And that has become more challenging from where it used to be.
Benenda says part of what has drawn her back to schools after nearly 5 decades is not only the students she encounters, but the dedication she sees in the staff as well, something she has seen already in the Easthampton community.
Sometimes I think public education, from those people that like to always make negative comment on it, national news or what you might hear from some independent sources, that public education is failing our students. I've never believed that. Educators really giving everything they can for the students that are in front of them.
Reporting in Easthampton, Amanda Callahan, Western Mass News.
A North Adams gymnastics coach faced a judge in Vermont earlier today for